Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the Finance 360-degree session. In today's session, we are going to discuss the three important finance current affairs. The first one is regarding the Digital Payment Awareness Week 2025 that has been launched by the Reserve Bank of India, and in the inauguration speech, the RBI's governor has also talked about the soft touch regulations that we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, the next news articles, they both are linked with each other. So the AMFI has launched the three new investor initiatives, Chhoti SIP, Tarun Yojana and MITRA, and the MITRA is actually being promoted by AMFI. It was actually launched by the SEBI. So we'll be discussing all of this in today's session, and they are important from your examination perspective, from the phase 1, from the phase 2 perspective, okay, because direct questions can come from these news articles. Okay, let's start with the today's topics, but before that, do subscribe to the YouTube channel of EduTap so that you continue getting these relevant videos, and do join our Telegram channel for the PDF of the session, and the link for the Telegram channel will be provided in the description box below. So let's start with the Digital Payments Awareness Week 2025. Okay, so this is the first news article. So the Digital Payment Awareness Week 2025, it was inaugurated by the RBI's governor, and this is the 5th Digital Payments Awareness Week. Okay, now this initiative of the Digital Payment Awareness Week, it highlights the impact and the importance of the digital payments in the economy, and this also creates awareness. The Digital Payment Awareness Week, it spreads the awareness about the safe usage of the digital payment products, because as the digital payment are increasing, as the usage of the digital payment products are increasing, there are the instances of the frauds also. So for the safe usage, for the secure usage of the digital payment products, the awareness is being spread through this Digital Payment Awareness Week. Okay, the Digital Payment Awareness Week shall be observed from March 10th to March 16, 2025, and under the mission Har Payment Digital. So under the Digital Payment Awareness Week, there is the mission, that is Har Payment Digital. That means each payment should be digital. Okay, and the theme for the current year is India Pays Digitally. That is India. The payments that happens in India should be digital payments. So this is the theme for the current year, that is India Pays Digitally. So this theme reflects the India's transformative journey towards digitally empowerment citizenry. That is, we want the citizens of our country to be digitally empowered. They should have the digital payment product through which they can do the digital payments. Okay, with the ubiquity, that is with the common nature of the digital payments in our country, and with the convenience of digital payments. So we want that the digital payment should become more common and should become more convenient. So this theme reflects the India Pays Digitally. This theme reflects the India's transformative journey, that how we are transforming our economy and we are leading and we are going towards the digital payments. The citizens of our country, they are using more and more digital payment platforms, and the digital platforms and the digital payments are becoming more convenient and more common. Okay, so during the Digital Payment Awareness Week, RBI, along with the payment system operators, that is like the NPCI, the National Payment Corporation of India, the Razorpay, Paytm, so these are the payment system operators, okay, that operate a payment system in the country, as well as banks and other stakeholders. They conduct the nationwide awareness activities, including multimedia campaigns, on-ground educational programs are also run, and social media-based outreach programs are also there. Okay, so now as part of the awareness initiative, RBI has announced two competitions. Okay, one is Har Payment Digital Short Video Contest, and the other one is the Har Payment Digital Comic Strip Contest. So these two competitions has been launched by the RBI under this awareness week. Okay, and there are the prizes also, and the themes for the content under these two competitions are India Pays Digitally, promoting usage of digital payments, adopt digital payment, make life easy, and safety in digital payments. Okay, and the post for these competitions, for the video and for the comic strip, the post made on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Moj and ShareChat shall only be considered. Okay, so this is the idea. So in the inauguration speech of the Digital Payment Awareness Week, the RBI's governor informed about the soft touch regulations, that the RBI will continue to promote innovations in the payment system in the payment ecosystem of the country with soft touch regulations. So first of all, soft touch regulations, this is a regulatory approach that uses less stringent rules and more voluntary compliance mechanism. Like you must have heard about that PNB recently got penalties from the RBI. There are the NBFCs that keep on getting penalties, or there are the banks also that keep on getting penalties from RBI, or there is some restrictions that the RBI imposes on the banks and the NBFCs. But in the case of the payment ecosystem, we have not so much heard about the penalties or the restrictions being imposed. Okay, there it happens very less. So why is it so? Because there is more leeway that is provided in the payment ecosystem for the innovations and for the development of the payment ecosystem, because it is just developing. At this time, if RBI imposes very strict regulations, the payment ecosystem will not be able to develop. The innovations will not be able to persist. Okay, so the soft touch regulation, it refers to a regulatory approach that uses less strict rules and more voluntary compliance mechanism, focusing on guiding behavior, aiming to promote innovation and flexibility within the sector while still making some level of oversight. So there are the guardrails that are followed. Okay, there are the guardrails that are there, that okay, the payment ecosystem is provided, the entities are provided some leeway, the entities are provided some flexibility, but they should remain within some guardrails. They should remain within some boundaries. Okay, it's not like that they are doing whatever they want. Okay, so there is a lighter handed approach that is adopted rather than strict approach for the payment ecosystem. And the RBI's governor has said that to promote the innovations in the payment ecosystem for the further expansion of the digital transactions, these soft touch regulations will continue. Now, coming to the next news article. So the AMFI, that is the Association of Mutual Funds in India, this has launched 3 new investor initiatives, that is Chhoti SIP, Tarun Yojana and MITRA. Okay, so the Chhoti SIP, this is focusing on the financial inclusion. Okay, so to include more and more people in the financial ecosystem, to include more and more people in the investment ecosystem, the Chhoti SIP initiative has been launched. Tarun Yojana, this is focusing on increasing the investor awareness, and the MITRA, this was actually launched by SEBI in February, which is now getting promoted from the AMFI. So this MITRA focuses on facilitation of the retrieval of lost investment. Okay, so the Chhoti SIP, this introduces a rupees 250 systematic investment plan. So traditionally, the systematic investment plan, the minimum is around 500 or 1000 for most of the mutual funds. The minimum SIP is 500 or 1000. Now the Chhoti SIP has been introduced. Now here the minimum investment will be rupees 250, so that the people with lower income groups or the people that are in the far off areas, so they can start their SIP with 250 rupees. Okay, so Chhoti SIP, this introduces a 250 rupee systematic investment plan designed to make mutual fund investing more accessible to the underserved areas, to the underserved segments that are the low income groups or the far off areas. To get more people included in the financial ecosystem, to get more people included in the financial system, this initiative has been taken. Okay, particularly this is for the first time investors. Now the Chhoti SIP is essentially a scaled down SIP scheme, whereas traditional SIPs, they might require a minimum SIP investment of rupees 500 or rupees 1000 per month, but the Chhoti SIP, it starts from, or it is setting the bar of as low as rupees 250 per month. Okay, so this is about the Chhoti SIP that promotes the financial inclusion, that wants more of the people to get started with their investment, even with rupees 250 per month. Okay, so now the next one is Tarun Yojana. So Tarun Yojana, it focuses on the integration of financial literacy into the school curriculum. Okay, so this Tarun Yojana is focusing on that the financial literacy and the financial education should be included in the school curriculum, so that the young minds get equipped with the foundational knowledge of the investment principles. This will promote the investment education among the students to create a financially aware generation. Okay, so it is focusing on promoting the financial literacy. It is focusing on promoting the awareness among the students. Now MITRA platform, so this was actually launched by the SEBI. So SEBI, in its circular released in February 12, 2025, so it focused on and it released the service platform that was MITRA. So MITRA is the Mutual Fund Investment Tracing and Retrieval Assistant. This is a service platform. Now you will be able to understand this if you remember that RBI launched the Udgam platform. So RBI launched the Udgam platform so that the depositors that have unclaimed deposits, they are able to claim it. Okay, so there were many unclaimed deposits that were persisting, that were present in the banks. Okay, so the RBI wanted to reduce the unclaimed deposits, and RBI wanted the money should go to the rightful owners. So RBI said that, okay, RBI launched this Udgam platform so that the depositors or the people can easily access their unclaimed deposit and they can know about their unclaimed deposit. In the same line, we can say the SEBI has launched the service platform, that is MITRA, that is Mutual Fund Investment Tracing and Retrieval Assistant, through which this will assist investors in tracking and reclaiming their inactive or unclaimed mutual fund folios. Let's say there was a person XYZ and the person died. Due to some unfortunate event, the person died and the person had different mutual funds, okay, in the different accounts. Now the family is not aware about this. The family is not so financially literate, or the financially is not aware that the XYZ was investing in such mutual funds. So the mutual fund amount will remain unclaimed for a long period of time. And let's say that now the young generation, it is becoming more aware, and the young generation realize and the children realize that my father might have had a mutual fund. So they want to search it. How they are going to search it? It will be very hectic process. So for that, the MITRA service platform has been launched. Okay, so this is to assist the investors in tracking and reclaiming their inactive or unclaimed mutual fund folios that may have been overlooked, lost, or left unclaimed due to outdated KYC. Because let's say your mobile number has changed and there was a mutual fund investment SIP that you did for 6 months, 1,000 each month. You did the SIP a few years back, 2-3 years back, and you forgot to take out the money, and you have forgotten about that mutual fund actually, and it was connected to your older mobile number. Now you have not done the KYC update in the platform, so you are not able to access it. Okay, so maybe because of the outdated KYC or details, the mutual fund was overlooked, or it was left unclaimed, or the demise has happened of the original investor, due to which the mutual fund was remaining unclaimed or it was neglected. Okay, so now first of all, what is the inactive or what is the unclaimed mutual fund? Okay, so a mutual fund folio that has had no investor initiated financial or non-financial transactions in 10 years, this is regarded as inactive or unclaimed. Okay, so financial transaction, that means there is no further investment that has happened and the funds have also not been taken out in partial sense or in the full sense. Okay, and the non-financial transactions means there is no change in the name, in the sign, there is no interaction that has happened, in the sense that there is no change in details that has happened. Okay, so there is no financial or non-financial transaction that has happened in the past 10 years. So these mutual fund accounts will be considered unclaimed or inactive. So MITRA will list such folios to encourage the rightful owners to claim their investment and update their KYC records. So if they want to continue this investment, they can update their KYC records and they can access their previous investments that they have done, or they can claim their investments through this MITRA. Okay, so this is the idea. So MITRA is the Mutual Fund Investment Tracing and Retrieval Assistant. This service platform, this is the service platform for the investors to trace their inactive and unclaimed mutual fund folios. So MITRA will be jointly hosted by two qualified registrar and the transfer agents. So registrar and the transfer agents, they are the agents in the financial ecosystem. Okay, so MITRA will be jointly. Now remember that this circular was released for all the mutual funds, asset management companies, all trustee companies, board of trustees of mutual fund, registrar and transfer agents, association of mutual funds in India, and registered investment advisors. That means all these entities have to promote this MITRA service platform. Okay, so AMFI was also among the entities for which the circular was released that had to promote this MITRA platform. Okay, so the MITRA will be jointly hosted by two qualified registrar and transfer agents that are the intermediaries in the financial ecosystem. Okay, so these two qualified RTAs are the Computer Agent Management Services Limited and KFin Technologies Limited, who will act as agents of asset management companies for the asset management companies that maintain the mutual funds. Okay, the platform will be accessible through a link on the website of the Mutual Fund Central, the asset management companies, the AMFI, that is the Association of Mutual Funds in India. Okay, so AMFI, the two qualified RTAs, the two qualified registrar and transfer agents, and SEBI. So the platform will be accessible through a link on the website of these entities. SEBI has also revised the mandate of the Unit Holder Protection Committee under the mutual fund rules. So see, the basic function of the Unit Holder Protection Committee is to review the unclaimed amounts of the dividend. Okay, let's say that you had invested in shares and the dividend. So the shareholders, they receive the dividend, but there is unclaimed dividend that is remaining in some accounts. Okay, there is unclaimed dividend that is remaining in some accounts. So these unclaimed amounts of dividend and redemption, they are reviewed by the Unit Holder Protection Committee that also take measures to reduce the quantum of such unclaimed amount that tries to reach to the investors so that they can access their money, so that they can take back their unclaimed amount. Okay, so the UHPC, that is Unit Holder Protection Committee, this was focusing on the unclaimed amount of dividend and the unclaimed amount of the redemption amount of the shares and their money. Now this will also focus on, it will be also responsible for reviewing the inactive folios, the inactive mutual fund, and they will also be responsible for taking measures to reduce the quantum of such unclaimed amounts. Okay, so capital markets regulator, that is SEBI, has directed all the stakeholders, including the asset management companies, the registrar and the transfer agents, the registered investor advisors, and the AMFI, that is Association of Mutual Fund in India, and mutual fund distributors. So these are all the stakeholders, they are directed to create awareness about this initiative among the investors. So we can say that most of these entities, they are advised that they have to spread the awareness about the MITRA service platform. Okay, so the qualified registrar and transfer agents, they shall make the MITRA platform operational. So these two qualified registrar and transfer agents, they have to make the MITRA platform operational within 15 working days of issuance of the circular, and the beta version, right now for 2 months the beta version will be working, and if the SEBI finds that there are some improvement points that are there, so SEBI can focus on, like SEBI can ask these two qualified registrar and transfer agents to focus on the improvement of the platform also. Okay, so right now the beta version shall be launched for 2 months, and if there is any improvement that is required, that can be done. Okay, so now this is the idea here, as I've told you that the AMFI and the asset management companies, they will have to provide the link for the MITRA platform on their website. So the AMFI has already done so, and that's why the AMFI has launched this MITRA platform in its own platform also, in its own website also. So here, if you go to important updates, you can click this point. In the first line only, there will be a link that will be provided to you to access the MITRA platform. Okay, so this MITRA platform, it addresses a long-standing challenge by enabling investors and their legal heirs to identify and recover their inactive or forgotten mutual fund holdings, ensuring the rightful asset ownership. Okay, so this is the idea. Now this is the first question that I hope you will be able to answer. Now before going to the second question, let me show you that if you go to edutap.in, you will be able to go to the EduTap's website, where in the free material section you have the blogs which are providing you about the exam information for different examination. Okay, so if you go to exam information, you can go to the exam information for a particular examination. Let's say you want to know about RBI Grade B, so you can access the exam information for the RBI Grade B. So different information is provided in a very nice manner. The blogs have been written for you to read and you to have the understanding about the exam. The success stories, the strategy is also provided for different components, and the success stories are also provided in the written manner, so you can read the success stories of the toppers, that how they achieved their dream. Okay, now if you go back in the courses section, you can see the courses that are being available for the different examination. Let's say you want to see the courses for the RBI Grade B or RBI Grade A. So here the gold course, that is provided, silver course, test series are being provided to you. In the gold course, you will be getting phase 1, phase 2 and interview material. So the concept videos, the live classes, the concept notes, summary sheet, mock test, interview sessions, various things you will be getting. So before buying any course, do read that what you will be getting, in what language, who all will be teaching. Okay, so this is the EduTap's website that you can go through to know more about the examination. Okay, so now this is the first question. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question, and this is the second question. So try to answer this question also. Okay, so which of the following statement best describes these initiatives and their objectives? So Chhoti SIP is a SIP offering a minimum investment of 100 rupees. Is it correct? Tarun Yojana integrates financial literacy into college curriculum. So mutual fund investment tracing and retrieval assistant, first of all, is this full form correct? Because it can be asked that what this T stands for or what this R stands for. Help investors and their legal heirs identify and recover inactive or forgotten mutual fund holdings. So which of these three statements is correct, or let's say which statements are correct, that you have to tell me. Okay, so do give the right answer of the homework question. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining the session.